So we walked into the bathroom. There was no photos of the bathroom on the listing. We walked into the bathroom and we just started gasping. Hi guys, I'm Stevie, and today I'm gonna give you a tour of our new house that is completely empty. I believe the kids are calling that an empty house tour. So yes, we did just move 6 months ago, and now we just moved again. If you don't know why, then click the link in the description to go and watch the video explaining why we had to move again. Spoiler alert, rats. Also, thank you so much to the sponsor of this video, BetterHelp. Stay tuned to find more out about them in a little bit. I did ask you guys for some questions for us over on my Instagram, so I'm gonna answer a few of those throughout the video while giving you a tour. Josie.
Why did we decide on this house?
The bathroom. Hilarious, because Josie's mom walked into the bathroom and said, yuck! It's not everyone's taste.
Where do we get our ideas and inspo from?
Right, Josie can rattle them all off. So we follow a few designers on Instagram and just like DIYers as well. Louise Rowe Home.
Louise.
Matilda Goad. I love Matilda Goad. We're not as quirky as her though, but we do like small, amusing decor pieces. I want my house to like make me laugh, you know?
House and Garden YouTube channel. We're obsessed with that.
Okay, so on to the tour. So first, when you first walk into the house, there's this giant door with windows. It's called a reception room in England, but it's just a living room. Yeah, so we're calling it the breakfast room. So this is where our dining table will go. I have plans of building a really long bench seat because lately I've realized that sitting in dining chairs increases my pain by a lot for like usually a week afterwards. With Josie's family, we really like to play board games. So I'm like interested in it and like, you know, leaning over. Usually if I'm in a reclined position, that's the best for me, to stay reclined as much as possible. Yeah, I'm gonna try to figure out how to do that cheaply because the last one, the foam part, was the most expensive part. It was absolutely ridiculous. We'll see how that works out. Anyway, our dining table is gonna go in front of that, and then it'll be my plant room because it's a south-facing window, so it's got a lot of really good natural light, and we plan to paint it. We already started actually. 2 shades of like terracotta. One is more red and one is more pink shade of terracotta. So the ceiling will be the pinkish terracotta and the walls will be a dark red terracotta because it's the brightest room in the house, so it can take a darker color. So then obviously if that's the south facing part of the house, then obviously behind that is going to be the north facing part of the house. But there's really good windows throughout the whole house, which we're really excited. Also, it's a bungalow, so it's only on 1 floor. I think that someone asked like what were your absolute necessities in a house, and that's definitely one of them. It needed to be a bungalow. So no stairs, please. Thank you. I want to interrupt your regularly scheduled programming for a word from our sponsors. So in 2022, I'm setting a new mental health goal, and that is to stop moving. Both in terms of moving houses and also in terms of physically moving. You know, who needs it? I just want to be a little mushroom on a log. Mushrooms can grow without moving, so why can't I? One of the best ways to follow through on healthy mental health habits is to work with a licensed therapist. With BetterHelp, you can access their network of over 20,000 licensed therapists. It's not a crisis line, it's not self-help, it is professional therapy done securely online. BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. So if you're like me and want to physically stay in the same 2-foot square radius for the whole year, they got you covered. If you've ever searched for a counselor in your area, you know that it can take, like, if they even have availability, it can take like weeks or even months for them to call you back, which is really frustrating for me because people always call me back. Look at me. With BetterHelp, you can start communicating with your therapist in as little as 48 hours. Fun fact, in England, we call 48 hours 2 days. So quaint. Speaking of England, BetterHelp is available for clients worldwide. And you can log into your account from anywhere at any time and message your therapist. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses, plus you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions so you won't ever have to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room as with traditional therapy. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it easy and free to change therapists if needed. It's more affordable than traditional online therapy, and financial aid is available. BetterHelp wants you to start living a better life today, or else. Visit betterhelp.com/Stevie. That's betterhelp.com/Stevie. and join the over 2 million people taking charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional. You deserve to prioritize your mental health this year. So then you walk into the kitchen. So there is a little area off of the kitchen that you walk through first. Two little areas, actually. The one that you first see when you walk through is a little mud room, I think is what it's called. So it's just like where the washer and dryer are going to be and all of our cleaning stuff. Yeah, it took us a very long time to find a washer that's going to fit there. It did not come with a washer or dryer. Thankfully, we already had a dryer from our first place that we lived in England together. It didn't come with a dryer. So yeah, so we're still waiting for the washer to come. So we've been washing clothes in the bathroom sink. Can't wait. We have a lot of laundry now. So we really should have washed literally everything before we moved, but you know, yeah, Josie got COVID. We had a lot of shit to do. All right. So you walk in, you see the mudroom, but then to the right of it is this little area that I think was supposed to be like a dining area, like a kitchen diner, I think is what it's called. So it's supposed to have like a little breakfast table there, but we are turning that into the pantry. Before we moved in, when we were envisioning our lives in this house, we were mostly excited about the pantry. Like we have drawings of exactly how we want it to look from every single angle, every single wall, because the kitchen is pretty small. It's the smallest kitchen we've lived in together.
Cozy.
It's cozy though. It's really compact. I think it'll be fully adequate, but I don't want to waste the cupboard space on food and also like really big things that I cook with, like big gumbo pots. So yeah, then you turn to the kitchen and we've got an aga, which I had never heard of before. So it's basically an oven and a stove, but it's on all the time. Yeah, so I think it's like a really posh people thing. A rich people thing. Yeah, but it's also countryside at the same time. But yeah, it's in a rental. Like, who puts an aga in a rental? Anyway, I'm so excited. I got some aga books for Christmas. Jesse and Claude got me Mary Berry's aga cookbook. So yeah, but it's on all the time. So it kind of acts like a radiator basically to heat the house. You can also like iron clothes on top of it. You can dry clothes on top of it. Like, it's so cool. All of this, so the whole area, the mudroom, the pantry, and the kitchen, we are going to paint it's very similar to our first living room that we had together. It's called like French Gray by Farrow and Ball, but we're going with lick paints. So everything's going to be lick in the whole house. Green 09 is going to be the color because it's a north facing area of the house. Also green is very calming. We wanted to have like a light and airy feel, which is also why we're painting the cabinets. We haven't decided yet. We don't have the lick paint yet, but we're thinking some kind of like creamy
white.
Not white, but like
with like a little mushroomy brown.
We'll see. And then we have that bright red aga, which will bring in the colors from the breakfast room, you know, the red. So like we got a good balance of cold colors and warm colors, hopefully. Anyway, so through the mudroom, it goes into the back garden, but I didn't get any footage of that yet. It's the middle of winter. I haven't really spent a lot of time back there, but it is a wraparound garden. It's so nice. We really, really love it. They've got a lot of mature bushes and some trees. So after you leave the kitchen, there is the main reception room or the living room or the lounge. I think we're just going to call it the lounge or the living room. Got in, there's carpet in there. It's absolutely disgusting. Very old, very stained. Pulled it up and underneath is some vinyl flooring, like fake laminate wood flooring. I thought it was fine, but Josie really, really hated it. Sucks because in the breakfast room, when you first walk in, there's like original vintage, like thin panel wood floors, and they're so beautiful. So it really sucks that they didn't continue that throughout. But yeah, I think we're gonna get carpet replaced in there because it's kind of a cold room. So what are we doing in the lounge? We don't know yet. We really wanted to do a wallpaper, but yeah, we'll have to look at Lick's selection of wallpaper and see if anything looks vintagey enough. We have a really long couch, so either the couch will face the window or the couch will face towards here. There's 2 chimney breasts in there, so it's kind of like, where do we put the TV without it being the center of attention? Like, how do we cover, like, you can't have 2 chimney breasts in the same room and like put fireplaces on both. That's kind of silly. Oh, we're going to be replacing the fireplaces. So when we first got here, they had 2 windows on either side of the fireplace that were boarded up with like these white, this is a particle board. So we obviously smashed through that. And then also all the fireplaces in the house are boarded up, and then they put these like fake fireplaces in front of them that aren't even centered, first of all. What the hell? And they don't provide any heat. They just like have lights on them. They're so modern looking and they do not fit the house. So I think we're gonna try to see how difficult / expensive it'll be to put in like those little heaters that look like log burners but aren't.
They're electric.
But they're electric. And it's in both reception rooms, so that'll be going. But the fireplace mantle itself in the lounge is absolutely gorgeous. It looks really, really old, even though it's kind of small. And then the view out to the garden in the back window is so cute. Can't wait to figure out where the best place would be to put a little raised bed for some vegetables or flowers or something. And there's 2 little windows, and then the other chimney breast has like these 2 shelves on either side of it, and I think we want to try to build like bookshelves in to where it kind of has library vibes. But that's all we've decided so far about the lounge. So if you have any ideas about what you would do in this space, let me know in the comments. Right now, the texture of the wall is like giraffe skin something. Okay, what's next? Your favorite place to hide?
And Josie's.
Oh my goodness. So Gumbo really likes, we just like kind of threw this little chair in the bedroom, and he's absolutely obsessed with it. I don't think we can move it now. It needs to stay in here. Also, by the way, everything in our house from Facebook Marketplace secondhand, like almost everything, or Etsy or eBay, which is why it's so affordable for us to collect nice vintage things. And I love it. Josie's favorite space to hide is right here. She loves taking naps. The big reveal of the reason why we knew this house was for us, or at least Josie did. On the day that we did the viewing, the realtors didn't really put a lot of photos of the house online, but we did know that it was a 3-bedroom bungalow, which is exactly what we need, because in England, when they say 3 bedrooms, they only mean 2 bedrooms. The 3rd bedroom is like a closet in America, so we're going to be using the 3rd bedroom as storage. So we walked into the bathroom. There was no photos of the bathroom on the listing. We walked into the bathroom and we just started gasping. The real estate agent was like standing in the corner like so uncomfortable because he obviously didn't put any photos of the bathroom online because he thought it was ugly. And I think a lot of people would think it's ugly. It's like at least Josie's dream is to have a dark green bathroom and to have like really loud wallpaper on the top. And basically we walked in and the wallpaper was peeling off the wall, and we peeled it back and it had a dark green floral behind it, and it was like she was losing her mind. She was like, we absolutely have to have this house. Also, all of the porcelain, so the sink and the toilets and the bathtub, I think, are all like these like really nice, it has like a stamp of like a custom porcelain maker in Italy or something. So yeah, it's got like a nice little bathtub. It's got a lot of space to walk around. It's got like a pedestal sink at the back and a shower. And the shower came with a pull down seat, and I've already showered in it and it's so nice. So we will be taking down that top layer of wallpaper and revealing the green underneath. And I think we're going to make it really busy with lots of frames and art and shelves and stuff all over it. So there's 2 bedrooms. The first bedroom, it's like a football or like a basketball texture on the wall. I have no idea how they achieved that. I don't know if it's wallpaper or what, but it's awful, but it's fine because we're going to be covering it with shelves and stuff because it's going to be extra storage. So that's another thing. This house does not have an attached garage, so a lot of the things that we had in our garage at the last place we'll have to be keeping in this bedroom. Also, our refrigerator, they call them American fridge freezers here because they're not this big. Obviously, I'm American, so I need an American fridge. Does not fit anywhere in the house. So even in the little pantry area in the kitchen, there's no electricity, so we can't plug in a fridge there. So the fridge and freezer in the kitchen are underneath the countertops. They're like these tiny little fridge freezer underneath the countertops, which is good enough for the fresh food, but extra drinks and all my ice packs and all of Gumbo's food that is frozen needs to be in a bigger one. That'll stay in there. And then the next room is like really sweet and cute, and it would be like such a perfect little kid's room. But right now it's gonna be our guest room. So that is on the south facing part of the house. So those are gonna be really bright rooms. It'll be really nice. So I think we're definitely gonna need heavier window treatments in there. So then the master, which has an ensuite, which is another thing that we needed because we like to have Gumbo's litter situation in a second shower so that we can fan out stuff and like, you know, all the muckiness can be kept in a place that has a drain, basically. They have this like wall-to-wall set of mirrored, so that's the room we're in right now, set of mirrored wardrobes, and they're really nice. They're actually IKEA PAX wardrobes, so we'll be able to change the mirrors because we don't really like the mirror fronted wardrobes.
How many times are you gonna say mirror?
Mirror.
Mirror, mirror.
Josie hates how I say mirror. But those wardrobes are gonna be being moved into the storage room, so it'll also be our closet. Bed, the headboard is gonna go against that wall, which will open up so much space in here. We're not sure where the bedroom TV is gonna go. We'll see. But we're not really changing much in this room. We might give it a fresh coat of paint where it's like off-white to keep it like nice and creamy and light and airy in here because our creamy bedroom furniture is all like dark beige, and then the dark wood. So I think that'll be a nice contrast if we just keep it light and airy in here. Yeah, is that the end of the tour? Oh, let's answer a few questions.
What's the big difference between this house and the last one?
So they are very similar in vibe. It's like granny, isn't it? It's like grannies live in bungalows in England. So the biggest thing that we're excited about the difference between this house and the other house is the layout, because the last house, the kitchen was it was a really long, skinny house, and the kitchen was on one end and the living room was on the other end. So like literally anytime we needed to go get a drink or if we had people over, it was not a very social house. So here there's like this big entryway where the dining table is, and you can like hear and see through to the kitchen and the pantry and all that. I really like the heart of the house is in the middle of the house where it should be, right?
What do we compromise on?
The garage. There's no dishwasher. We might be looking into how, like, what do people do in tiny homes for a dishwasher? Like people that put dishwashers on boats. We have a couple of cabinets that maybe would work for a dishwasher, so we'll see how expensive that is.
But they're not
Josie's brother is a plumber, so.
They're not like full-size cabinets though, they're like skinny cabinets.
I know. Do we always agree? Absolutely not. Well, it's not that we have a similar taste, it's that we found the thing that we both have in common as far as our taste, and that's where we kind of angle our things towards. Josie's usually the one that goes outside of our compromise zone and tries to like push me to think outside of the box, which is really good because usually I'm kind of scared of color, honestly. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the empty house tour. Please give me any ideas in the comments for what you would do, what you think we should do. Are you mad that we're gonna be painting the cabinets? Let me know. Yeah, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video, and thanks so much to my lovely patrons for making videos like this possible. If you want to become a patron, you can click the link in the description and I don't know, come and join the Discord. We'll have a chat. I love you guys so much. See you soon. Bye.